like to talk over other people. A lot of people like to, when you first meet somebody, you want to tell somebody about you so much that you're not really listening to what they're telling about themselves. If you just listen and pay attention to people's actions and the things that they say, they're going to tell you about themselves before you even learn anything about them. But you have to pay attention. You have to watch the things that they do. You have to watch their actions. If you got somebody who's in the street all day, and then you want to go ask them about a question that's inside school, how can they relate that to you? Compared to asking somebody that's in school that you see every day that's doing right. I always say, oh man, I've never been the type of person to just say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. I show by my actions. And then once you get it over with, and once you do it and accomplish it and show everybody you can do it, then you talk about it. But for now, talk about it to yourself. Encourage yourself in your own head. Say you could do it to yourself before you just try to throw it out there in the world. Because once you don't accomplish it, everybody else will be like, oh, man, Devonte ain't say what he said he was going to do. So sometimes you just got to do it first. And them type of people, I always keep them out because I always look for those type of people who, at least people who have the same dreams as me, or the same goals, or at least care enough about themselves. These are the people that I ask for help.
Yeah, I think that's like so key to going, to reaching your full potentiality, what you just said. In regard, I like the fact that you made the separation. Like, hey, there's some right people you need to be listening to, but there's also some wrong people that you need to be listening to, that you could be
definitely
listening to. How do you, okay, so, you base it a lot off of their actions. So it sounds like if somebody's just saying, you may want to filter that and go for a second opinion from someone else. So pay attention not just to what they're saying, but also pay attention to their actions.
Definitely. Definitely. You got a lot of people who gonna say you got a lot of people that say they want to start a business, but then you find them talking about it more than actually putting the work in. And a lot of people talk more than they do actually put the work in. The first thing that's gonna catch my attention before you say you want to do something is your actions about what you're doing. I'm going to watch you, and I'm going to see for myself. Okay, what is he really doing? Besides what he's trying to tell me what he's doing, let's see if it's clear to me to understand what he's trying to do. And then I'm going to ask him. A lot of people say
so with that
they don't put the work in it.
Okay, with that being said, how big is how big does consistency play into your career?
Oh, it's very important. I have a very, playing college football and being in school, and also starting to add on to, speaking at, boys and girls clubs and middle schools and basketball events and things like that, it definitely ties in being consistent because the people counting on you. Once you show that you're capable of doing something, people start to rely on you and count on you. So once you don't show up, then you have everybody who don't believe in you, who doubt you in your life. Then they're like, oh, yeah, Devonte is exactly what we thought he was. And that's the type of people you got to think about in your head to drive you to be consistent, to drive you to get up when you don't want to give up, to send a motivational text or post a motivational text in the morning, even though you dog tired from working. It's all about the drive and the desire to get it done. I always look at people who don't believe in me as my motivation because, everything sounds good that I do. But outside of, even playing football, me being small, I had a lot of doubters. Even my coaches, I had a lot of doubters. But I had to believe in myself. My grandma always told me, as long as you believe in yourself, you're going to be a star because that's all it takes. It takes that one person to believe in you.
What's something that you believe that most people don't? What's a thought or a concept or an idea that you believe but most people do not believe?
My dreams is possible. Every single last one of them, regardless of my circumstances, or wherever point in my life that I'm in.
And your dream is what?
My dream is to be, currently, it's to be a motivational speaker and graduate college. Definitely graduate college. That's number one on my list right now, is graduating college, being a successful motivational speaker, and also build the generation behind me to think differently, to carry themselves differently. You don't got to be perfect. I'm not perfect at all. But at the end of the day, it's to make them think different, to make them think, you know, to have their dreams come true. Because at the end of the day, when I stand in front of God one day, me being a football star, that's not going to benefit God at all. Me scoring over 20 touchdowns and over 1,000 plus, that's not benefiting God. God blessing me and me blessing other people and bringing them up is a blessing from God. As long as I wake up every day, I feel that that's just my duty to get up and motivate other people. Because God woke me up another day. I don't have to be here. I don't have to be where I'm at right now. I could be back at home in Cleveland. So definitely.
How do you define success?
I define success by reaching the goals you set. You know, a lot of people set their goals. I say too high. Let's just give you an example from school. I got an F, but I want an A. So I write down the A on my wall. And then I do good on my test, but then I get a C. Then I'm disappointed in myself. I'm ready to give up because I didn't get an A as what I wanted. I believe in a process. Okay, you got an F, so put a C on your wall and work your way up to a C. Once you get a C, then work up your way to a B. Once you get a B, then you get an A. I define success as being patient and trusting your process.
Man, that's really good, man. I feel the same way. I used to smoke I was really big on smoking cigars, Black and Milds. Occasionally I'll have a cigarette or two. Years ago, probably about 5-6 years ago. And, you know, now, because I've tried, you know, people who smoke cigarettes and stuff like that and Black and Milds, a lot of them, I want to I'm just echoing on what you just said about the progress, because I've tried over the years when I was trying to get rid of it, I wanted to go cold turkey. But cold turkey didn't work for me like it does for some people, because I would stop, but then like a week later I would start again. I would stop. I would go back 3 months, and then I would go back again. So it was a progressive thing for me, right? And so when people, for example, they'll see me now, I vape, right? But they have no idea the progress that I've made. I would smoke all the time. So you saying that vaping is not good. Vaping may not be the best thing for you, but at least eliminates the tobacco. When you're smoking cigarettes or cigars and stuff, you're intaking tobacco and nicotine. When you're vaping, you're eliminating the tobacco, but you're still getting that nicotine, which is still not good. So I do agree, because if your goal is too high, you're not going to appreciate your progress.
Exactly.
How do you feel about getting rid of habits? Do you have some type of something that you could share on people who have habits, whether it be a drinking habit or a gossiping habit or a smoking habit or a procrastination habit or a stealing habit? Like, how could, if you were sitting down with a group of people and they brought you in to talk about helping people break their habits, like what's step number 1 and maybe a step number 2?
Okay, in breaking a habit, you definitely got to have your own goals. Just like to go back on what you just said, you said that everybody is different. You know, it might be some people could just go cold turkey right away, and some people got to smoke 1 cigarette a day. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Everybody is different. So for you to break a bad habit, you got to learn about yourself first. You got to focus on it, because a lot of people are going to try to give you a lot of advice on breaking a habit, but only you can know for yourself. You got to want it bad enough for yourself to take 1 day at a time and to focus only on 1 day at a time. And the habits, and you got to really think about it, if the habits harming you, or what you're trying to, for the goals in your life, or the things you're trying to accomplish in your life, or just the people that are counting on you, if it's affecting them, then you got to realize how important it is to break that habit. It's just like having a reason to keep going on. And I feel that, you know, like it's time. You got to be patient with yourself. You got to learn yourself to a point. A lot of people put a lot of time into learning other people. But if you just put that time into yourself, and learn what you like to do, you will know more about yourself. You'll be able to handle anything.
So we got to get to know ourselves, you're saying.
Definitely. Me spending a lot of time
What
by
are some
myself.
ways we could get to know ourselves?
Some ways to get to know ourselves. So I remember one time I went on a trip to Dallas, Texas with the Boys and Girls Club, and I was youth of the year, so I went by myself. I didn't go with nobody else. And for the first time, I realized how good I was with speaking to other people, networking and talking to other people, because I didn't have other people with me to make me comfortable. I just had to go up and meet people on my own. And sometimes you got to do things on your own to get to know yourself. Probably go hang out by yourself. Do something by yourself. Go watch a movie by yourself. Drive, like sometimes so many people got people with them all the time. It don't get them opportunity to breathe, to actually find out what they really like, because they're so big and listening or around other people that's doing what they doing, and they think, oh, that's what I like doing. A lot of people play football just because everybody else plays football, or because all the other kids in the neighborhood play football. But they really want to be a doctor or a lawyer, but just to fit in, they're going to play football their whole life and limit themselves.
Wow. Huh. Man, that was actually really good. Where can we connect with you on social media?
Oh, definitely through Facebook and Instagram. Definitely through
All right, let us
Facebook
know how.
and Instagram.
What's your name's on there?
Okay, on Instagram, it's _1 Devonte, DEVONTE. It's 3 E's at the end of Devonte. And then you got, on Facebook, you got Devonte Simon, DEVONTE SIMON. And you can find all my videos. You can find all the updates of things that I've been working on, my accomplishments, things that I've, everything on those websites.
Okay, and the specific market, in case anybody is looking to maybe someone like yourself to come in and speak to, whether it be a group or a team or a company, what is your like, what can they bank on, no matter what is the topics or the niches that they would want to contact you to come in to speak with?
Oh, it's definitely one thing I always look at when I come speak somewhere. It's always depending on depending on what type of crowd I'm talking to. There's different situations for everything. I can definitely talk about, say if I went to high school, I could talk about bullying. I could talk about being yourself. I could talk about being humble, your character. I could talk about your dreams, your goals. Even working for a company and working for somebody else, I can show the people that you work for that, if you put the work into this, you get the results you want, because everybody have a dream and everybody have a goal. Some people work at certain jobs and they, don't like it, so they just, half-ass and, don't give their everything into it. But when you talk to the right people, motivate them and remind them what their dreams and their goals is, that gives them the push to actually work hard. So that's a few things that I definitely would speak on.
All right, that's good. And what's your best email for anybody that is trying to look for booking?
Oh, Simon, SIMON, DL at Hiram, HIRAM.edu.
Okay, excellent. And do you have any final remarks that you would like to share with everyone as we're wrapping up here, Devonte?
Definitely a great opportunity to be on the show today. I appreciate it, and I definitely appreciate it. And I feel that, anybody that hear this, I just pray that, if it's God's will for them to network with me or to meet me or to even have a conversation with me, it's all a blessing.
All right, that's really good. So what we'll do is we'll put all your details in the show notes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Billionaire Brown Experience, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is Devonte Simon. Go follow him on Facebook. Go follow him on Instagram. I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm going to keep bringing